and today we will talk about the Technical Retrospective interview. During this kind of interview, the interviewer is looking forward to evaluate if you've been deeply involved from the technical point of view in one of the systems that you manage. In order to determine that, you should know that system inside out, all the details. And on top of that, you should be one of the persons that drove the creation of the system, that made important decisions when it comes to technical problems that were discovered during the creation of the system, or you were one of the leaders which evaluated the design of the solution. This interview, as the others, will last 45 minutes. Again, remember, the last 5 minutes is for you to ask questions. So you only have 40 minutes for this interview. Probably you will get around 7 or 8 questions related to this system. One, you should be able to describe the whole architecture of the system end to end and know it by heart. Every component, every relationship between components, every technology, every stack that was used for that solution. This also means that you should be able to actually go in any of those components and actually describe what the component does and provide extensive details about each of those components. Also, you should be fully aware of all the challenges when building this system and how did you contribute to solve or to overcome those challenges. And now you're wondering, what kind of questions can I expect during this interview? Well, first, expect questions about what was the goal, what was the problem that you tried to solve with this particular system or feature, the whole architecture end to end, if you can explain it. Expect for the interviewer to actually focus on certain components. Usually the more complex components are the ones are more prone to get questions about. So focus on those. So you should be able to actually fully describe how they work, what was the stack used for that, languages, protocols, everything that is involved for every specific component. Also, issues, challenges, how did you solve them, what did you learn about that, about those situations, and finally, what are the potential improvements that you could make to that system. The preparation for this kind of interview is fairly easy because once you identify the system, which is one, you know, as I told you before, you know inside out, you know every single aspect and detail about it, how it works, and all the moving parts within that system, and also a system that you've been tightly involved with. So you were making decisions over how things were made in that system, and you helped the team to overcome challenges. Definitely that's the one that you want to showcase here. We want one with a relevant technical complexity here. It shouldn't be a very simple system because it doesn't make any sense here. Probably the interviewer won't get enough signal. It has to be one with a significant number of moving parts, just to make sure that you are giving the impression to the interviewer that you are building systems at scale. Now, remember that project spreadsheet that I told you to build about all the projects that you've been executing for the last 3 to 5 years? Well, this is the moment to bring this up because probably the system that you're looking for is in one of those projects. And you should add additional information there, mostly related to goals and metrics that you use in order to measure success. Please don't talk about metrics, operational metrics, or talk about metrics associated to the project, like budget, time, and that kind of stuff. We're talking about success metrics, the ones that you use in order to say this system or this product was successful and reached the goal. put together an architecture diagram of that system. That should be fairly easy. You have time to prepare. So take the time, take 2 or 3 days, start remembering the details and put those on a sheet of paper and have them there just for you to look at whenever you are having this interview. If you feel there are components that are very complex, so expand those components in another sheet of paper. So take them out and draw a diagram, an architecture diagram of the insides of that particular complex component. So have that as well at hand whenever having this interview. And finally, list all the challenges, how did you solve them, what was your involvement, and highlight what you did in order to overcome these challenges, how you helped the team in order to overcome these challenges and problems. So remember, when having this interview, please don't take the architecture diagram and just show it at once to the interviewer, because that's not gonna cut it. Have it there. It's gonna be easier for you when the interviewer asks you to actually put together the diagram, because it will be already there. So you won't have to think anything. Just automatically copy the diagram from that sheet of paper to the tool that you are using, or on a whiteboard or anything else. So this is going to speed up the interview for you, and it's going to give you more time to answer the other questions. I assume that you want to receive more useful videos in order to enhance your career as a TPM. So hit the subscribe button, hit the notification button, and those videos will be there for you. If this is the first video that you are watching on my channel, and you are interested in how the whole interviewing process goes for Meta, please take a look at this video. It will give you all the clues in order to start preparing for that. And based on that video, you can go on and over the rest of the videos associated to the Meta interview process. Remember, be kind, be smart, have fun.